and marsh. That's going to be interesting.
Well, there's no getting away from it. Is it the locked marsh chest?
It is not the locked marsh chest. The marsh chest.
Alright, so one person heading into Canaria to look at the magic and Bracken Zap are the big takeaways. The other folks ran into Canaria Castle and found one of the Cardia Islands treasure vaults, so they start with quite a bit more money.
Now, Cure 4 for White Mage. Oh, sorry.
And Invis 2, Red Mage learnable. So, for a fight against the Fiends, being able to stack Invis 2 3 times for Falconic's party is going to be pretty nice.
Now, Cure 4 is Red Wizard learnable, so as soon as our runners decide to class change, if they do, then, well, that'll be nice for them. And those are pro rings are at 3k gold. That is really nice to see.
The silver armor for cheap is, or the bracelet for cheap is also very nice. That is a piece of armor that can get you pretty well through the mid game. So it looks like Falconic helped himself to a pro ring and a bunch of those. Dragon armor for sale is also nice. You don't have to dig that out for the night. And we got the Masmian for sale as well. So everything that you could possibly want.
That's pretty handy.
Alright, so we've got Shadow Walker headed to Matoya's cave, and we swapped out one NPC for another, and he gets the canoe.
That is one NPC that we have found already. Meanwhile, I'm not sure where Canuck went, but he found Crescent Lake. Was that Temple of Fiends?
Yep, that's Temple of Fiends, and yeah, Shadow Walker's right behind him.
Would you like to explain the confused old man, Edgeworth?
So normally they stand around in a circle and just wait for you to come pick up your item, but in this case, Nitz removed the rooting from all of the old men, so now they're just wandering around enjoying a nice day in the park. Although, given how gray it is, it seems like it's a bit overcast today.
Looks like we've got the ship from said old men, and I saw Nuke at level 6. I did not manage to check what was that white magic.
Alright, so meanwhile we have a peek into Dwarf Cave, and that is a dungeon starting with a Florin Sea Shrine. So it looks like Shadow is just trying to find all the towns as early as possible, doing some surveys of all the locations that he can find. It's a good strategy.
We've got a Hangry Canuck and Falconic picking up their canoes as well. And it looks like we found both sides of Titan's Tunnel. The left-hand side being in Provoca and the right-hand side being from Marsh Cave.
Alright. And in Canaria Castle is 3 more treasure chests, so with a good chunk of money, and 6 gold is not it. Well, that was disappointing. Maybe that Amute staff sells for a little bit, but I think Shadow's looking for cash to pick up some Masmians.
Now we've found Canaria Castle in the volcano, so we've got one item for our runners here, which is going to be the rod.
Yeah, question in chat, what's different in this match than in the current league? The entrance shuffle and the floor shuffle are the biggest differences here. Any of the towns could actually be dungeon entrances. For example, there's Crescent Lake, it's actually the waterfall. And Hangry is diving Ice Cave, which is looks like, yeah, it leads to the 3rd floor of Sky.
Looks like Shadow Walker's going to leave that. Or no, he's gonna go right in.
I think he's gonna try to dig out a few chests, given he's so close to the entrance. I think he really wants that money.
Yeah, meanwhile, Sardo's cave is actually Melmond.
And we have Will finding Elfland. Ooh, we've got lit 3 staffs too, so got a boomstick for everyone. And that was in Titan's Tunnel West.
Meanwhile, we've got the Ice Cave dungeon continuing on with what looks like a floor of Earth Cave. So this is going to be a little bit of a trip.
Yeah, right now the runners are very low in levels. They don't have anything particularly good as far as equipment.
Oof, Marsh Cave in Melmond.
Alright, one of the 2 branching paths, so that could lead to a lot of different things.
Looks like both of our runners on the bottom part of the screen are determined to search through this ice cave a little bit. And as I said that, they both decide to leave.
Yeah, I mean, you dig out that first floor with the easily accessible treasure chests, and that should give you plenty of stuff to sell. And yeah, now we've got another player finding Elfland.
Was that the Q block on Falconic side?
I think that might be. Level 3 black magic is temper, so good to have that one. Plenty of charges for that early on.
Ooh, what Shadow Walker's going to be able to buy is he's going to be able to buy at least 2 of those lit 3 staves.
Yeah, once he checks the weapon shop, he has not yet though. And Fog 2 and Harm 4 for sale in the white magic shop.
Wherever Will Cleosis walked into, which was that one floor of sea in Dwarf Cave, found an Invis sword. So that's pretty nice.
Yeah, a lot of credit to the developers for adding targetable spells to the list of things. And Falconic steps on a forced encounter tile and gets murdered by 4 trolls.
Who are hitting super hard. But Will Cleosis looks like he's not going to take this lying down. He's going to keep going through, see if he can't get some levels on his Light Warriors with Brack and Zap, and this Gershark isn't having it.
Rip. Reset. And on the other side, Wiz Ogres.
Oh, that's not fun. It's really not fun.
And as far as I can tell, everyone's still level 1.
I don't believe anyone's gotten anything yet. We've got Life and Fate at level 5 white magic.
Those are definitely good pickups, and certainly enough in the way of items for sale. Looks like Ice 3 at 5 as well.
And we have found that Q block at level 1 in Titan's East. Looks like Will managed to pick up a Lit 3 staff. So he's at least got some form of AoE damage.
And there's the Rod Lock in Earth Cave.
Which our runners can actually go down in through because they do have the rod. Everyone who's found Canary Castle has the rod. I think Will probably found it.
I think if I was in the shoes of the runners, I would be making a big push to try to find Provoca, and I don't know if anyone's gone to the Cardia Islands yet. It looks like Falconic's out of there right now. Yeah, it looks like Shadow Walker just wants to beat up some imps.
Well, we found the mermaids.
Alright, that's a really good place to find. A lot of free treasure chests that can set you up for a lot of shopping. And Shadow Walker finds top floor of Marsh. It looks like he did not pick up any lit staffs, so maybe he is just unaware of the weapon shop shuffle.
So apparently you can buy Excaliburs in Gaia. which is next to the Agama floor. Edric, do you have any fine Agama facts for us today?
All I know is that they're absolutely delicious, but you have to be very careful in preparing them. And those crack agamas are not so nice. But, of course, turns out to be wolves instead.
Did you see what Falcana picked up? Because I saw what Falcana picked up.
The game changer.
You could call it that.
I mean, he's in the volcano. He's in the right place to throw it out.
Sure. All reuse, reduce, and recycle, and at this point we're probably more so reducing than recycling, but hey, at least it's disposing of it in a proper manner.
Well, he goes all the way up to 5 off of the wolf encounter.
It's like he's gonna go do it again, considering that this is probably the nicest trap tile he could find right now.
I mean, late game enemies are gonna resist the hell out of Zap, so this is probably as good as it's gonna get for a while. And that gets him level 6, so probably as much as he can expect to get.
Looks like he's gonna go dig out the rest of this floor. And looks like at this point just about all of our runners have decided to go into this area. He's found a lit 3 staff, which is nice.
Yeah, throw that on the black belt, and you can start contributing early. But more important than that, if a group like the Gurmaduces end up getting shuffled, that is a viable solo grind now that you have an AoE.
Ew! Nightmares and Badmen!
That's not so good. Indus 2 coming out a bit too late.
Yeah, but that lit... Oh dear, that lit 3 staff is not gonna get rid of the Badmen. That's a problem.
Round 3, good enough?
Yes it is! That's gonna give him a lot of experience.
Well, you have 4 levels for everyone still alive, except the black belt, of course.
Well, at least he knows what's there now.
Makes it out with the experience, though. Alright, where is Provoca hiding out?
We found Lupa Lupa Land. That's obviously not the thing we're wanting to see, but at least we found a location.
What kind of advanced civilization doesn't even have an inn?
One that doesn't need to sleep?
I guess that's true. They invented coffee. It's been all downhill from there.
Oh, that sounds less than fun. I mean, inventing coffee and all is great, but not being able to sleep just sounds like a bad idea.
Alright, so the Cardia Islands checks continue. Got a volcano floor.
Into a nice floor.
And sandwiched in the middle, the sea floor. And there's Earth.
We have not yet found any of the Fiend floors. Now, in this particular set of flags, we do have a required Warmac. So, when our runners eventually find the Bridge of Destiny, not only will they have the opportunity of running into a Warmac, but they will have to fight one. Looks like we've got some unrunnable Cobras in the first floor of Earth, which was at the Onarch original location, and they've got heal.
Of course, a formation designed to waste your time. So it looks like between the Lit 3 staff and the Maz mutants, people are finally getting their initial levels, and leveling up shouldn't be too difficult in this seed.
Especially when the XP and scaling is increased by 20% per key item.
So you may think that Canal was worst prize, but actually that is extra experience, so Will finding a dud, still a little happy about that.
Well, wherever Falconic is, there is the cube for sale, so I'm assuming he picked that up.
Yeah, he did. He had about 10k before he
Oh,
came into the
it was
shop here.
in Canaria. I'm gonna have to take a look at the rest of the runners' inventories to see if they went back to get it.
And he puts the Lit 3 staffs on Ice 3, so...
Seems a bit counterintuitive, but I can dig it.
Anything to confuse the commentators, I guess.
Yeah. Looks like Falconic is gonna head to the Vanilla Gaia location and see what's here. And it's Castle Ordeals, which is another incentivized location.
Alright, and he's gonna dive it.
Alright. Now, Ordeals is one of the only locations that does not have shuffle between floors because, well, you've got the really awkward possibility of the teleportation pillars sending you all sorts of different directions. And that just does not sound like a fun time.
Alright. First choice, Falconic picked strong. So, upper pillar. Is it double up? Nope.
Now, Will Cleosis did end up finding Bahamut at the very end of whatever dungeon or location he happens to be in. So that'll be nice whenever they find the tail. And oh, I take that back. Ghosts of... or images or whatever they are, they have Blizzard.
Oh, yikes. Can you make it out?
It looks like the bottom of the Onrak location happens to be Matoya.
And looks like lobsters and sea snakes, the seafood mix just sniped Falconic's black belt. So once again, he's not getting any experience.
Oh. See where our runners are going to... Oh, Canuck! Thank you. Did you see what Canuck just did, Edgeworth?
Did he throw the Vorpal out the window?
He threw the Vorpal out the window. And we've got our Temple of Fiends sighting. I'm actually not sure what this is. I was too busy being very happy over the fact that Canuck threw the Vorpal out the window.
I wasn't sure what you were laughing at. At that point, Falconic had actually warped back to the entrance of Ordeals.
Oh,
so he's
no.
picked the wrong pillar like 4 times.
Oh no. Alright, well, Shadow Walker is the first of our runners to find Temple of Fiends and get hit by a bat. Let's see where this was. It was beyond 4th floor of Sky, where the pillars are not shuffled. And where did he find this? He found it at the waterfall. That's pretty nice to see.
So he's making very quick progress in his exploration. I think the only other locations we haven't seen yet are Ordeals and Lefame. The vanilla locations of those.
And Vanilla Mirage.
Yeah, it's always tricky finding that chime, though.
Perhaps that's where Provoke is hiding. Behind Mirage.
Oh, that would feel bad. 1 key item and all your level 2 magic.
I've had it there recently, and it is a very lovely autumnal color, but it just kind of sucks when you have to look all the way over for the chimins. Hey look, you're not getting into here. I mean, at least the benefit is we've seen Nuke and Fade at higher levels, so they're not super missing that.
There's the Adamant, and we've got a Sleep 2 shirt as well. So, Falconic finds a night shirt.
Well, I mean, resident sleepers. Where is Shadow Walker going right now at this point? Looks like Hangry Canuck's diving that one particular floor of Earth Cave. Shadow Walker's going back to Sarah to see what she has. And she's got the Oxyal.
Have we seen Anorak yet?
I'm not sure we have. I think at this point it's got to be either Ordeals or Lefend.
Yeah, 3 locations, 2 towns we haven't seen. One of them is very likely to be hiding behind the chime.
Looks like Shadow Walker is going to very soon find out where Bahamut is located. And at this point, our runners just have to figure out where they're going next. Where would you go next in this situation?
I would go to Ordeals or Lefane. I'm very much a proponent of exploring all of the map before I start diving dungeons.
I'm a little bit of the opposite, considering that you have the rod and you have the cube and you know that 2 blocks are around. I'd say since we've not found a single fiend, go fiend diving. You've got to find them sooner or later, so I'm a heavy proponent at this point for just, okay, save outside a dungeon, dive as deep as you can, where the heck are these fiends located?
Yeah, I guess the other thing to consider is the other branching path hasn't been seen yet, the top floor of Sea Shrine.
Have we seen both floors of, both ways in Marsh?
I don't know if anyone went to the bottom of Marsh or not.
I'm not sure that I have. I know we've seen the top, the northern fork of Marsh, but we've not seen the southern, to my knowledge. Now, Hangry Canuck also showing us something we've not seen yet. Whatever the item that the robot is going to have in the waterfall.
Oh gosh, this is not a good...
Oh dear!
Yeah, Angry just got blundered.
That's... Oh, that's not fun to say.
Yeah,
And yet he's still going in for it.
Yeah, and Will found a giant pile of money.
The worst thing is that Exit or Warp is probably going to be in Baroka.
That's how it always works.
And, like, it would suck if that's end of where Baroka is, if it's behind the chime. So Exit and Warp are just completely inaccessible.
Oh, where's my warp staff?
I would love if there was a warp staff in here. Now, it looks like Wilcleosis ended up just seeing a Cardia Island dead ends after that one floor of sky in the ice cave.
Yeah, Canuck finished the waterfall and dug out the, looked like the slab.
Only problem is he has to get out of here. He may have gotten to the robot, but now he's gotta get out from the robot.
Alright, Mazmoons for everyone.
Hooray!
Oh,
I mean, after all,
I was gonna say, speaking of hooray, we haven't seen Dwarf either.
Oh, we've not! So... Well, out of locations we also have not seen, we haven't seen what's behind the rod block, and we haven't seen what's behind the cube block. The cube block was at the Titan's East entrance, and the rod block was somewhere.
Earthgate, I believe.
There we go. So, not technically vanilla, but it exists. We've also not seen what's down past this Marsh Cave entrance, I believe.
How about more treasure chests?
Oh, that is a nice place to find.
Yeah, about the only formation you're really worried about running into are the bad men on this floor. Everything else is just delicious as far as experience goes.
Absolutely. Run into an eye? Hello, experience. See what else is in these chests. Well, looks like a snake. A naga. I mean, it's still a snake, right?
Close enough. And now a snake statue.
That sounds like a lovely thing to find in the Sky Castle. Just go up to a chest all of a sudden, pop goes the giant snake statue trying to not kill you. In fact, actually, no, that just kind of sounds horrifying. Get the book.
Old gauntlet. And a fear helmet. I don't think I'll be putting that one on anytime soon.
Well.
And he's gonna skip the Bane sword chest, so finds a dead end. Is he gonna go back and get that now? Nope, he's just gonna leave.
Alright, so we still, to my knowledge, have not found a single dang fiend.
No fiend? We haven't found a ribbon yet either.
Fair. So, we've probably got Fiend apiece hidden behind the Rob and the Cube. Which I'm honestly surprised no one's gone to go check yet. Oh dear, it's the trolls again. Those trolls are not fun.
Just not healing off that poison either.
Well, we found the sea shrine.
Alright, there's the fork. Good luck.
What do we think? We've got one fiend or two fiends down here?
I'm thinking, let's say one in Dwarf Cave.
Alright, so Dwarf Cave west, fiend east?
Yep.
To keep with the Earth theme, let's say Lich is down here.
Just we've dug so far that we end up finding dwarves.
That'd be something. Well? Well, it's the wrong fork I called, but there's the dwarves!
Close enough. And enjoy your ruby. And guess what? You don't have TNT, so you're coming back.
Oh, Falconic's just standing there for a moment going, why?
Because the only good thing you've pulled out of this is the ribbon. You get the X-Cal, which you can't use at all.
Oh, so Wilcliosis is found in that south fork of marsh? Found Ice Cave.
Well, time to go digging.
It looks like he is going to go through this. Now, Ice Cave is the only other place where... Oh, hi, Kraken. Ice Cave is the only other location where, once you get down to where the Ice Cave technically starts, it does not change from that floor down because of all of the holes. Falling into a different dungeon entirely would be an odd way of having to get around, because you really can't go back.
What's also interesting about Ice Cave is the sheer diversity of the forced encounter tiles. So this is a good place to get some levels if you find a group that's really appealing.
Like 3 mud golems and a rock golem?
I mean, this is pretty solid if everybody's got a Masmune. This is,
that pun was awful, Edge. I just want you to know that before you continue with your thought. That pun was...
Sorry, not sorry.
I mean, I guess you've gotta good grounds for some commentary. Well, looks like Falconic is going to go after Kraken. I hope we're gonna see some brackening of the Kraken.
That's probably the best way to do this, given the way his party comp is right now. So,
Oh, I think Mancats have glare or glance or something. Some insta-death thing starting with a G.
got wall staff, and hey, there's a bridge.
I think that was an axe.
It's a very sharp staff.
What, someone sharpened a wooden staff and turned it into an axe? I mean, you could. Yep, we're going with Brack strats. Oh, wow, Kraken's not hitting as hard as it normally does.
Might be hard enough, though, if these bracks don't land.
Well, true, but that was just the silver bracelets. That's really interesting. Oh, that is the Bridge of Destiny. Shadow Walker is found the Bridge of Destiny.
Uh-oh, does he know about Wormack?
I don't know. He did say he agreed to the flags without really knowing what he was getting himself into.
Yeah, he knows about Wormack.
So we have a required Wormack, and he's leaving. Yes, and Brack hits for Falconic at, oh gosh. The 30 or so minute mark, we got our first Orblet for Falconic, and it is the Water Orb.
Yeah, and probably a good thing to be able to leave the dungeon very quickly. Now I wonder if he comes back down to Dwarf Cave, is he just gonna do the walk to Kraken again? It might be shorter.
Oh my goodness, it might. Alright, so first Fiend down. Where is he gonna go next? Looks like Wilcleosis is going to stay in Ice Cave and get some levels out. Falconic looks like he's gonna go dive for some stuff. Shadow Walker is reviving his White Mage. And, oh, Falconic has found the, is that a 4-zombie dragon trap tile?
Yeah, this is,
Ugh.
that would have been pretty solid if they didn't hit, like, trucks.
So, floor 3 of Volcano turns into, floor 1 of, 1, 2?
2 of Volcano, yeah, we're working backwards.
No, I think it's for floor of Volcano, isn't it? Oh dear. There are multiple zombie trap tiles in this dang dungeon. Luckily, those don't look like they have nearly as many hit points. And there's an opal bracelet. Oh, that's really nice to see.
Are they doing that much damage through, like, silver bracelets? Because that's a little rough.
That's a lot of damage. Oh, there's that Mud Golem trap tile, and Mud Golem is a squint. That's not fun.
He does have a ribbon, though, so a solo grind is a possibility if he's feeling really daring.
Is Falconic gonna grind some levels off this trap tiles?
And we have replaced the blue dragon with grey imps and werewolves. Let's see if anyone notices.
Shh, it's okay. The blue dragon is just 3 grams in a trench coat. And Wilcleosis has survived Ice Cave.
Right, Hangry finds the second floor of Mirage behind the Q block. Or the first floor of Mirage, excuse me.
So, first floor of Mirage behind the Q block. And a bunch of vampires. Ew.
Oh boy.
It's just ew. Looks like they can't hit worth a damn though, so that's much nicer. Alright, as far as party comps go, Hager Canuck looks like his party's hovering around 16, 17. Falconix looks like low 20s something, and I'm not sure about the other two.
Second wall X found on Hangry side, but that's
Well,
about
that's
the end of
nice.
the thing. And more vampires.
Heck. Oh, but Pete's are nice. Cleos is finally getting his canoe from Zarda.
Pizza took a shot for over 400 health. Not so nice.
Oh, goodness. Apparently the morale's not too good either, though.
Yeah, they're running away, so not a good encounter overall. Let's see, looks like he finished up with the armory. And here's the star-shaped floor. Good luck.
Looks like Canuck's leaving from that, from the Q block. It was first one Mirage into something I didn't catch.
Yeah, I didn't see what was at the end of it either. But he is gonna dig out the rod-locked area now.
I agree with this play, actually. Considering that there are two blocks that are right here that you can just go check. Possibly have a fiend behind him, possibly have something behind him at this point. I think we're just looking for... Actually, at this point, I don't think we've seen Elf Castle, and I don't think we've seen Astos.
No, we haven't seen that, and still looking for Provoca, so you can shake down the pirates, too.
Well, have we seen Ordeal's Lefane or Raj yet?
No, everyone's been diving the known dungeons so far.
I could see that, though, considering that you don't have to go and attempt to dig out the chime wherever it may be. And if you can find the chime, then... Well, that's a dead-end Cardia.
Question in chat, can we get a recap? No.
Really?
I'm not even gonna attempt it.
Alright. Sarda was in Matoria's cave and ended up having the canoe. The king gave out the...
Oh, we got a Warmech tray.
Oh! Oh! I'm gonna stop that recap, so we're gonna try as... It looks like level 16, 17 for Wilclos's party. 17, 18.
Yeah, so it looks like he's gonna try stacking Evade pretty heavily, but a lot of times it's the attacks that are the scary part, the spell abilities. So we'll see how this goes. Pretty ideal first turn, though.
Heck, I didn't even see what was behind the rod block.
Oof. You have one hit. Oh, he's got sleep touch too. Yikes.
Oh, Dormac?
Yeah.
Oh dear. It's not fun.
4 stacks of evasion though should be pretty good. If Warmech hasn't rolled an attack script, this is just gonna take time. Or ooh, we've got the crown on the Sea Shrine floor. And Shadowwalker finds Provoca and picks up the crystal.
Looks like it might have been an Ordeals?
And Life 2, Red Mage learnable.
Oh.
In the White Magic shop, so that's gonna help.
No. That's fantastic, but... Oh no, I'm wondering when everyone else is gonna find that.
And Fast at level 2.
Oh.
So
And Bane!
Yeah, and Bane, pretty important stuff to find. Will makes it through with 2 party members left, and the experience keeps going. 25, 26, 26. So they went from 18 to 26.
He might just go for it. I could see him going for it.
He
the white
does.
mage is the fighter.
I mean, he's got life charges. That was
and
at
Cure
level
4 charges.
5. So, should be doable. And plenty of heal potions, too.
Falconic finding Marsh. This is required.
Alright, and 4 Frost Dragons. Oh, come on, please have Nuke. For ironic justice, I want Falconic to die to his own creation.
Oh no, that seed was just not okay. That is the day we found out that Nuke could get rolled on the Vanilla Medusa script. So for those who are not aware, the Vanilla Medusa script is actually shared by 3 different sets of enemies, meaning that it shows up 3 times, and that's the key in that chest, which is fantastic. But since this script shows up 3 times, 3 different enemies are going to get that script. If Nuke is rolled onto the Vanilla Medusa script, 3 different enemies will have Nuke. And it's awful. I believe in that seed. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I believe in that seed it was the Frost Dragons, the Rock Golems, and the Red Anglios.
Yep. And really frustrating when 2 of them are in back-to-back floors in Temple of Fiends.
Yeah, it's kind of gross. Just that was not okay. I mean, we all learned a thing that day. What we learned was that the Vanilla Medusa script is awful.
And Brack paying off. Tiamat goes down.
Alright, we've got our first orblet on Wilclos' side, and it is the Orb of Air. So, Shadow Walker is gonna head through Ordeals, as it looks like Hangry Canuck is gonna head through Ice. Still only found 2 fiends. Mind you, it's 2 fiends collectively. We've only found a single fiend per runner, though. Falconic has found Kraken, and Wilclos has found Tiamat. We don't know really where anything else is as far as fiends are concerned.
Yeah, it makes me very suspicious that Lefane would be one of them, and then another would be hiding behind the chime. Or maybe in the maybe the basement of Onrak.
Well, that can also be it. Well, we've got our second Temple of Fiends find from Wilclos. Looks like he has paused to definitely write that down. And I believe I need to refresh my commentary stream because I am not... This is not working out too well.
Probably a good idea. I'll refresh mine as well. We've got, is that the Hall of Medusas? They found Medusas in Earth, which is a pretty good group to fight. Or
No, those are Ordeals.
Just Ordeals. Ah, this is the background throwing me off again.
We'll do that. And we have Falconic checking that fine chest for us, which I can appreciate.
And now we have Will finding Provoca.
Which ended up being...
I think it was Ordeals, but we'll see when he leaves.
The background looks like Ordeals, so perhaps that is the case.
Or, is at Mirage, so it might have been Chime Block.
Well, if we found the chime, that was the question. Well, Shadow Walker is heading towards Ordeals for us, so we'll get that look at that. It's on rack.
There we go.
And he does have the Oxyale.
Yeah, so directly into the basement after stopping off at the luxurious on-rack inn. Only 30 gold, they must be running a special. And carry floor.
Well, there we go. That's the second fiend. Well, that is the third fiend found. We have not had a single runner find 2 fiends. Each of our runners has found a single fiend. Falconic found Kraken. Wilcleosis found Carrie. Sorry, Wilcleosis found Tiamat, and Shadow Walker found Carrie.
Carry and 768 gold. Feels bad.
Well.
Alright, into the carry fight. And that was a pretty hard hit.
Well, Ice 2 isn't really doing much, though that's to be mostly expected, considering Carrie has a heck of a lot of M defense.
We'll throw a Cure 4 onto the first party member. Good idea. Yeah, ooh, low HP though. Real low HP.
That is our first fiends down for Shadow Walker. Which means the only fiend we have collectively not found between all 4 of our runners is Lich.
Where could he be hiding?
Don't know. Chime block?
Chime block seems pretty likely.
Just have to find out where that actual chime is, though we have not also seen Lefin. Have we seen Lefin?
So that's where Provoca is. So,
Oh, well, that works.
So, at the bottom of one of the dungeons, is probably, I don't think we've seen Elfline Castle yet, have we?
We're missing Astos, we're missing Elfin Castle, and we're missing Lich.
Okay. So I suspect that, the crown was found on one of the Sea Shrine floors, so that is probably going to result in a fun quest chain.
Crown's been seen. We've got the crystal from Becky. Well, Cleosis is going and doing ordeals.
So yeah, everyone is going digging and treasure hunting, and if Shadow Walker decides to go left after this, he's going to run into Kraken, and he'll pick up his Excal and ribbon.
It's like 1 ribbon for Shadow Walker, and I'm gonna put down Falconic's ribbon because he's the one that found Kraken.
And I don't know if anyone's turned the ruby in. We've got a second ribbon. Falconic finds number 2, key locked.
Ooh, nice.
And in Elfland Castle, which is... it was,
Cube blocked.
cube locked, yep.
So in this case, we are just missing Astos and Lich. Where could these be? Goodness me. Commentating one of these is so much more exhausting than running it. We've got Canuck on the Bridge of Destiny! He has found his first fiends.
And he's gonna pass up some nachos, and good luck. It's Warmack with Sleep Touch.
At this point, I would almost say that your best strat is going to be to Xfer and then try to bane the thing down.
Well, he didn't seem to have a spell script at all, so... oh, never mind, there's Lit 2. All he did was swing against Will. Okay, there we go.
Did we see anything out of the Warmack?
There's another Lit 2.
Well, have we seen anything major out of Warmack that the other fiends won't have, or is it it fights?
It feels bad if all you're seeing is Lit 2, because that's fewer of instances of what you actually want to see on him.
Exactly, and well, Kraken has sleep.
And trying to brack the Kraken, and that works too. So were we 2 for 2 on Brackens tonight?
We are 2 for 2 on Bracken the Kraken. That's always nice. Bye, Vampire! You will not be missed! You really won't be.
Alright, and behind the Rodlock, we have... what?
Astos.
Oh, hello, buddy.
Well, who has the TNT? Which...
Enjoy your trip back down.
No. There we go. Oh, and Angry Canuck getting, unfortunately, his face kicked in.
Oof.
So Falconic may need to go back down the dwarves.
More than likely. Still no sign of the chime. Finds a 4 Manticore group, which is pretty solid for levels.
Looks like I've got a decent amount of experience on them.
I would always like to see if there is anything in the way of more lucrative spots like the legendary Gur Medusa tile or Iron Gulls.
Might be interesting. Because there is one trap tile that no one ever checks, and that is the vanilla Whizvamp Zombie Dragon trap tile in front of the vanilla Masmine chest. So one of those could have ended up, well, there. One of them could have ended up on the first floor, which there's that set of trap tiles that no one checks in the Hall of Trap Tile Awfulness.
Well, we found the third ribbon, and it's on Will Cleosis' side, turning into crystal for it.
Well, that's nice.
So, looks like the TNT is going to be pretty vital here.
They also have not yet translated their slab. I believe the only one to find them has been Hungry Canuck.
I think so.
So, slab could end up turning into something as well. At this point, we are missing the herb at the tail, and the chime. Now, what I completely forgot to do at the beginning is mark the loot off for all of our players, as this is a shortened Tover, in which case all of our players start with it.
I wasn't quite sure how that worked, or if the loot just showed up and it was completely useless.
No, you just start off with the loot.
Oh great, it's a party of bards.
I'm sorry, but that is the best party? Ugh. Rude.
I think I agree it's the best party, unless you're the DM.
Well, true. I have played more bards than I have DM'd for bards. Then again, there's a reason my DMs don't let me play bard anymore.
Alright, we found the crown on the Will's side. And looks like Falconic is diving down to the dwarves again, so we'll see what we get here.
And if this is the chime, I dare say that we have found our way to get to Lich. Because it is the only thing we haven't found yet. There we go.
There it is. Big advantage for Falconic here.
Means that the slab has to leave the tail in Luba Luba Land. Not much but a pro cape and a decent amount of gold in the back of the dwarves.
Question in chat, do you dig the tail with Mazmunes available? I don't think you do. Especially not in Falconic's shoes, since he doesn't even need to promote.
That is fair. Now, with Falconic having the chime,
We'll find
dare
his key.
say that he heads to Mirage, finds Lich, and then Carrie was... Now I'm forgetting things.
I think Carrie was in Ordeals.
Yeah, Carrie was Ordeals, and then Tiamat was... Keyblade Jams? Something else.
I do not remember.
Oh dear. The one time I don't write things down and everything's going haywire.
Yep, and it is not only Lich, but just the Lich floor. Ordeals was on-rack, which led to the carry floor, I believe.
Oh, that makes sense.
So, there's, say hello to Lich, say goodbye to Lich. One hit wonder.
Second orblet for Falconic, which is the Lich. Which is Lich? This is Lich.
This was Lich.
Bye, Lich. Angry Canuck now picking up his adamants.
So Falconic is making quick work. By process of elimination, I think he knows that his next fiend is going to be hanging out here. Or no, he finds Provoca. So maybe he hasn't done Ordeals yet, but this is a good time to pick up Life too.
And we have a Mazmune behind the Titan. So thank you, Shadow Walker, for feeding the Titan.
What's funny is, I don't think Shadow Walker knows about the weapon shuffle. He hasn't gone into a weapon shop and looked at the inventory at all. So that is the first Mazmune that he has gotten.
So for him, that is actually a decent development. And he is going straight down into here, so this must have been where Carrie was. And by Carrie, I mean Tiamat, because I apparently can't keep track of anything today. Which means that if this is, then Shadow Walker will hypothetically be able to get his third orb.
Yeah, and he is making very, very good progress. But we'll see how he deals with Ormec. Always fun.
Oh, and hitting Red Hydra's right before, too.
Oh, they have paralysis touch too. Oof.
Oh, rude.
Alright, Ice 2, it's your time to shine. Oh, never mind, Lit 3's gonna... Oh, there we go! One more. Nice.
Yay! Looks like Pocahontas is now searching for those remaining 2 fiends. Which means he's going to have to head to Vanilla Ordeals and back to Vanilla Dwarves. It looks like he's gonna head to Vanilla Ordeals right now, so that's nice.
And he's gonna have some steak first.
Yes, steak and wings, and that's a really low amount of health for steak. Wow.
Wow. I don't think I've seen it cut that lean in a while.
And we now have a war mech.
And no Invis 2, gonna go with the Fog 2 strats instead.
Hangry cannot getting his first Revan from Tora.
And, yikes. One shot's the Red Mage. Where's all those Lit 2s now?
Well, there they are. You say as it occurs.
I just noticed that the Black Mage has Breakfast listed in his magic menu. That's just
That's actually is super duper amusing, oh my goodness.
Alright. Well, enjoy the levels, everyone. And time for Tiamat. We'll see if we can, if the Brack train rolls on here.
Did Falconic go to and kill Carrie and I just completely miss it?
I don't know. It's possible.
Tiamat is Blaze. Ew.
And Tiamat is dead.
Yay, Brack! Alright, so we have 3 out of the 4 fiends done for Shadow Walker, who just now needs to, go find that TNT and turn it in for the chime.
Alright, hopefully he's been keeping good notes. Will is going to dig his ribbon out and his ruby. And Falconic is just hanging out outside Onrak. Waterfall time.
And he's going to be very happy because Waterfall was Sample of Fiends. So that's something I do not believe he has found yet.
Yeah, gonna do a quick safety save. And looks like Shadow Walker is starting to check some old locations again.
So where was the chime? I know we only found it maybe 15 minutes ago, but I'm just still completely lost.
The chime was the reward for the TNT. And we got the Hooray Dwarf.
Hooray! Thank you, Will Cleosis.
Thanks, Will. Yeah, I do forget where the TNT was. And we'll find some Kraken floor.
Looks like he's gone straight for it.
And Shadow Walker finds a slab.
And that's gonna give him the tail.
Alright, Hangry is charging into Onrak. Hey, we found level 7 warp. Sorry, you can't learn that.
There's warp.
Oh, there's also heal 3. And no Breck strats versus Kraken here.
Oh no.
Come on, Will. Need more memes. Oh, he's going for Bane instead.
Okay, I can appreciate that. But it's still not Bracken the Kraken.
And it's not going to happen. So, 2 out of 3. Will's run is invalid.
Aww. It's fine. Hangry Canuck can pick it up.
I guess that balances out, though. He did talk to the Hooray Dwarf.
That doesn't balance anything out!
Hooray!
Okay, maybe it balances out a little. Yeah, Shadow Walker is just looking everywhere, looking for this TNT, because I don't remember where it was. Perfectly honest. Oh, now he's just checking chests. Oh dear.
Well, this is a fairly early location that he hadn't found, given that all the chests are still full.
No, I'm just trying to rack my brain around where was TNT? Oh, and Canuck's gonna find his first train soon enough.
What was the item they got for Crown?
TNT.
Okay.
Yeah, it was Crown Turn-In. And Crown Turn-In was the bottom of the rod block, I believe?
Yeah, it was a deep sea shrine floor. So if he hasn't found the crown yet, then he definitely needs to keep opening chests.
Yeah, Crown was the chest right before the staircase to Mermaid Floor in the vanilla location. In which case, Astos was rod blocked, and that particular floor of Sea Shrine was... Oh gosh, I don't remember what that particular floor was. That's the problem.
We've got the lamp gauntlet.
Well, that's enlightening.
Question in chat: was that spiked encounter shuffle? Yes, the forced encounter tiles are all shuffled. And now Hangry is gonna go get some calamari.
Come on, 3 for 4! Unless he's going this way. He's probably checking what it is first down here before he goes and does it. Looks like Shadow Walker has found Ice Cave. Gonna find his opal bracelet here. Come on, 3 for 4 at least. Brack strats.
Oh, those don't look like Brack strats.
Oh, no, they don't. Fine. I guess 2 for 4 is fine. Actually, considering he only has one caster of Brack, I can see why he's choosing to use Invis2 instead. It's our first orb.
And Ice Cave with a desert background.
I mean that. Towards team. So.
There's 4.
Ew.
Will's probably flashbacks right about now.
So, Falconic will be on the way to get his 3rd orb shortly, and unless he killed Carrie while I just wasn't looking. I'll also check his item screen when it pops up again. Oh, his party's like mid-30s. Oh, we'll know when he leaves the Bridge of Destiny if he ends up needing to go search around or if he is in need of finding... Wow. I can talk today. Whether or not he goes directly back to Temple of Fiends, which I believe he has found.
So Falconic, looking at his screen, only has 2 orbs lit.
In which case he's still missing Carrie. I thought he went to Temple of Ordeals, though.
I thought he did as well, but I wonder if he just saw Onrak and forgot about the dungeon.
He might not have had the Oxtail at this point.
Oh, that's fair.
I thought he did. I will again have to check his screen. It pops up. Just a bunch of wolves in front of the chest with the opal bracelet on it. And Warmick is down!
Alright, level 40. There's a lot of levels.
All I need to do is get the black belt to be, what, 2 more levels and he'll be absolutely set to go?
Yeah. And he'll trip over an unrunnable and get one.
Yeah. It looks like he's doing 3-man strats with that red mage just kinda did. At this point, our runners have found 3 of the 4 orbs apiece. No one has found all 4 yet. Shadow Walker needs to get the TNT from Astos to turn in for the Shime to get to Lich. And Falconic, I just don't think knows where Carrie is yet. Carrie is just at Vanilla Ordeals. Which Vanilla Ordeals being Honorak, which you need to get the Oxyale to get in there. Which means he might not have the Oxyale. No, he has to have the Oxyale. The Oxyale